You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You're capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. Yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you.
Terus ambil berus gigi, kain selimut lipat susun tinggi-tinggi. Mimpi semalam sudah hilang jauh pergi. Susun langkah mau mandi air perigi. Oh sungguh nyaman-nyaman di begini. Suasana kampungku yang masih segar. Burung-burung melebar di sana sini. Pokok menghijau, sawah tidak terbiar. Begitulah juga hati ini kawan. Di dalam hatiku ada taman-taman.
Testing, testing. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning everyone. So hari ini sekali lagi bersama saya Nurul Fatihah Firdaus, pegawai psikologi anda dari Terbeli-Belit Lidah Pagi ini. Sejuk sangat, hujan lebat kan. Pegawai psikologi anda dari Pusat Kerjaya dan Pembangunan Usahawan Pelajar UMS. So hari ini sekali lagi kita diberi kelapangan dan juga kekuatan untuk berkumpul bersama bagi memeriahkan satu slot perkongsian mengenai Kerjaya siri yang ke-9 untuk tahun 2021 ini. So bersama saya pada hari ini seorang speaker muda. Okay? Kita harap dengan menjemput orang muda ni dia akan lebih memahami anda yang bergelar bakal graduan dan juga alumni ni. Okay, so sebelum saya jemput masuk speaker kita yang manis, cantik molek pada pagi ini, Miss Sarani, saya suka untuk ajak anda semua dulu untuk bantu saya share lagi link live pada pagi ini kepada rakan-rakan anda. Anda boleh join sambil kopi-kopi, sambil sarapan pagi, tidak ada masalah, okay? Sebab kita mahu anda mengikuti slot ini dengan keadaan yang santai, gembira, terbuka hati untuk menerima ilmu. Okay? Waalaikumsalam, Dr. Tara Zainan. Bersama kita pagi ni, Timbalan Pengarah PKP sendiri hadir memberi sokongan. Okay? So, terima kasih kepada 7 mata yang sedang join. Walaupun mungkin rakan-rakan anda tidak dapat join pada sesi live ini, saya harap anda sudi kongsi link supaya mereka bila free nanti boleh join tengok rakaman semula lah. Okay? Sebelum itu, di ruangan komen sudah pun saya kongsikan pautan untuk feedback form. Ini penting ya untuk kami supaya kita dapat improve kita punya perkhidmatan, especially berkaitan sharing session macam ni lah, apa yang boleh dibaiki ataupun ada cadangan-cadangan daripada anda. Okay, so 10-6 minit tanpa melengahkan masa. Saya jemput masuk Miss Sarani Vengadesan. How are you, Miss?
Hi, I'm good, Fatihah. How about you? How's things there?
Yeah, I'm feeling great today, but suddenly it is heavy rain and so windy. I'm afraid the internet will not be with me today, but we pray for the best lah. Okay, so thank you, Sarani, for being with us today. Thank you for your time. Ya, untuk pengetahuan para viewers, Miss Sarani merupakan alumni kita dari FSSA. Not sure tahun berapa tu Sarani?
I graduate 2017. 2014 to 2017, yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. So betul-betul masih muda dan bersemangat ya. So sesuailah untuk kita warga internet pagi ni, saya rasa terdiri pada golongan muda, bakal graduan dan para pemburu kerja. Okay? Tanpa melengahkan masa, saya jemput Miss Sarani Vengadesan, Project Manager. Nanti dia akan ceritalah tentang latar diri dia. Saya rasa lebih menarik kalau dia sendiri yang kongsi tentang siapa diri dia kepada anda semua. So, saya bantu untuk share slide beliau pagi ini. So, you just let me know by saying next lah, okay?
Yeah, okay, can.
So, I'm sharing the slide. This one. Okay, without further ado, I pass the session to you, Sarani.
Okay. So I can't interact with the students. So I hope, this will be a fruitful presentation to them. So, I just want to be, share with them my experience and, how did I build my career path. I just want to share with everyone about that. So it's basically today it's all about building your career aspirations because, y'all as students, y'all must be like wondering, okay, what am I going to do next? After I graduate, what is going to happen to me? Mesti semua orang sekarang sudah fikir-fikir kan dengan pandemik ni semua, tak tahu boleh dapat kerja ke tak. So I'm sure you all will be, thinking about all things. Okay? So don't worry, I will share with you some tips what y'all can do, to actually start building your career from now. Okay? So I think we can go to the next slide. Okay. Okay, so let me introduce my name first. Who am I and what am I doing? Okay, nama saya Sarani. Saya pun merupakan alumni Biotech Information Center. So yang inilah semua, all these things, what am I doing? I'm a project manager, I'm a science journalist, I'm a webmaster, content creator, digital marketer, and also a speaker. So this thing that I'm currently doing. So I will tell you later on why is this like, why do I have so many positions? What am I doing in so many things? I will explain all that to you later on when we come, to the later. But this is just a brief introduction about me. So basically, I was in actually after I'm UMS, then I was in KK, another 1 year I was working there, then only I came back to KL. Lepas tu I baru balik ke KL. Okay, so we can go to the next slide. Okay, so I'm very sure mesti semua orang sekarang dah habis belajar, tengah belajar, diorang macam boleh dapat kerja ke tak dalam pandemik ni? Macam mana kita nak kerja? Apa kita nak buat lepas ni? Sebab I'm very sure some of you maybe course yang kamu tengah belajar ni bukan course yang kamu suka. Kamu macam tak berminat sangat dengan course kamu, tapi kamu sudah datang, so kamu belajar. Lepas tu kamu pun ingat macam mana lah kita mau kerja ni, macam mana, apalah saya nak buat ni. Kan? Career versus job. Okay? Benda ni mungkin dia akan sound career and job is the same. But you must know the difference. Apa itu career, apa itu job. Do you want for salary or for passion? Of course lah, semua orang nak gaji. Semua orang nak duit. Tapi, you nak kerja macam mana? You nak macam 8 o'clock punch in, 5 o'clock balik. 8 to 5 job, atau you nak betul-betul kerja untuk passion. Ataupun you nak just macam kerja, okey lah dapat gaji, dah okey lah makan gaji, okey cukup-cukup lah, macam tu je ke? Atau you nak betul-betul you want to contribute something, and you want to get the name, you want to get the recognition. Okay, that is the difference between career and job. So, first, you kena tanya you punya diri sendiri. You kena tanya first. Okay, you don't have to wait until you graduate. You can start asking yourself now. Bila dekat I first year itself, I already start asking myself, apa yang nak buat lepas ni? For me, I want to be like, recognized. I know people know me. I want to contribute back something to the society. So, itu dalam hati saya. So, I tanya-tanya diri saya, apa I want a career or I want a job? Okay? So, that is the first thing as a student, you tanya you punya diri sendiri. Macam mana pergi masuk office pukul 8, pukul 5 balik, ataupun you nak betul-betul do it for the passion. That is the first thing. Yang ni saya bagi tips semua. Okay, first kamu tanya diri kamu sendiri, apa kamu nak? Okay? Okay, next slide. Okay. Career. Okay, now you mesti tanya I kan? Okay, whatever it is, job or career, sama je. You still kena pergi office setiap hari, you kena attend meeting setiap hari, You might think, okay, it's the same. What is the big deal about it? You still have to go to, report to your boss, semua sama je kan? So you might ask me, what is the big difference about it? Okay. Job is like this. You do the same thing every day. Okay? Like, you go to office, mereka akan cakap, ini kerja kamu, so you do it for 10 years, 20 years, your routine. Career lain. You know career how? Career is a continuous learning process. Career ni bukan sesuatu macam, okay lah, I dah dapat. Okay, this is my career, I dah habis. Okay, I settled down. Bukan macam tu. For career development, there's no end. Building a career is a continuous learning process. Kalau you tanya am I successful in my career? I will say belum lagi. I haven't reached that stage yet. Because there's a lot more to learn and I have to do a lot more things. That is the difference between job and career. Okay? For career, you need to develop your skill set so you can develop your career. Okay? Skill set is very important. When people ask you, what can you do? You cannot say like, I can do PowerPoint. I can do Microsoft Word. No, it doesn't stop there. Okay, now, can you connect back to my first slide that I showed you why I have so many positions, so many things I can do? Because I am currently developing my skill set. Fatiha, can you go back to the first slide? Okay, you see, now I'm going to talk to you about my skill set. What can I do? Okay, of course, I also did I'm just like you. There's ada apa-apa beza kamu dengan saya. Okay, I pun tak tua sangat pun. I am not sudah different generation. Saya sama generasi dengan kamu juga. We are the same generation. Okay, tengok. When it comes to a project manager, apa I tengah buat? Okay, you see, I kerja dekat Malaysian Biotech Information Center. It's a NGO, okay? Degree dulu I belajar dekat UMS, I belajar dekat FSSA, I did biotech course. Okay? I hope there's some biotech students over here, or okay? I hope, someone is here. Okay, so as a project manager, of course, I have to do admin work. Okay, of course, I kena buat kerja paperwork semua tu lah. And then, I also have a team of intern. Kita selalu ambil intern. So, I will monitor and mentor. I will train the interns. Okay, dekat sini, apa skill yang dekat sini ada? Here it comes my leadership skill. Okay, I tengah lead bawah saya, I tengah ajar mereka, I guide them. Okay, so one skill is already leadership. Okay, next, when it comes to the science journalist, okay, I merupakan seorang penulis, okay, we have our own science newspaper called The Petri Dish, okay, so I tulis artikel untuk online newspaper tu, okay, so here comes my writing skills, okay. So basically, I don't only write for Petri Dish. If anyone asks me to write for anything also, I will write. Okay, that is my another skill. Okay, next, I am also webmaster. Okay, I am in the editorial board for EST.my. That is a online science portal launched by Academy Science of Malaysia. And I also manage the Petri Dish website. Basically, what I do is I go to the back end to the website and, upload the content. I manage the website basically. Here comes my website management skill. Okay, so tengok benda ni semua sudah lain-lain. Leadership, writing, creating. I am also a content creator for social media. Okay, so I buat content every day. I try to make my company's social media active every day. Okay, And then I am also a digital marketer. I'm very active in social media because it's an online science newspaper, so we also have to promote. I do a lot of promotion activities in social media. Okay, here comes my digital marketing skill. So finally, I'm also a speaker. Okay, so why do I speak skill? Okay, so skill kita I sudah ada sekarang. So I boleh buat admin, I'm a leader, I have leadership skill, I have writing skill, I have a website management skill, I can do digital marketing, content creation, and also I can speaker. So I'm actually improving my communication skill. So I hope you all can see a overall picture. You might think, apalah ya webmaster ni macam IT, writing lain, digital marketing lain, apa dia buat semua benda-benda lain. Actually, all these things comes together. It all has a connection. Okay, so this is my own skill set. So lagi, I sekarang pun I tengah in course. Okay, so that is how you have to improve your skill set. I cannot macam, okay lah, dah ada semua ni, I will stop learning. No, cannot. Until now, I have to keep reading. I have to keep myself updated because I'm a journalist. I kena tulis, I have to know what is vaccine, what is going on. Semua tu I tulis. So I have to keep myself updated. Okay. And also that's why it's very important in generation people to be versatile. Versatile maksudnya you kena tahu buat banyak benda. Bukan macam dulu buat satu kerja, okay lah, satu tu dah okay dah. Okay, bukan, tak boleh ya. Now kalau you nak sustain dekat marketplace tu, if you want to be in the demand, so you have to keep improving yourself. Okay? So Fatihah, we can go back to the next slide. Yeah, okay, so next one. Okay, so now you might be thinking, so when do I start planning my career? So it is like before or after graduation? Becoming a graduate is the end or just the beginning? Okay, sure, kita masa kita dah happy kan, we already like, after semasa graduation tu, kita masuk tu, kita semua happy, pergi tamu padang, semua tu memang kita buat kan. So, but is that your biggest achievement in your life? Kamu dah macam, okay lah, I dah achieve benda ni, okay, settle. Do you think like that? Or you rasa, inilah, this is my beginning, this is my first step, to achieve more. How do you see it? Okay? So, I dah tahu sekarang, like, sebab I boleh rasa, what, I'm sure I know what you all are thinking. You'll be thinking, macam mana lah ni, bila lah kita nak start ni? You don't know where to start from. You don't know the starting point. Dari mana kita nak start? Okay? If you ask me, you don't wait until you go for final year. Don't wait until you go for internship. Start now. Okay, think you are in which point, your first year or second year, first sem ke, second sem ke, tak kisah. Start now. Start planning your career. Okay, ask yourself what you want to do. Okay, what are the opportunities in your field? Okay, no matter you are from psychology field or engineering, I'm not only talking about biotech, or you are geology, or you are IT, business, so all the field, whatever you do, start thinking. You must see what you can do in your field. What are the emerging branches is coming out from your field? You kena ingat tau, okay, let's say you're doing a psychology course. Mesti dekat psychology tu ada banyak sangat branches kan, like clinical psychology, semua tu ada banyak branches kan. So from there you think, which branch will be suitable for me? And then you narrow down from there. Semua benda ni you have to start thinking from now. If you benda ni, you lepas graduate, lepas tu baru you nak start thinking, it will be sebab itu, that is the reason ramai orang sekarang susah nak cari kerja. It's not that tak ada kerja tau. Actually dekat luar tu banyak kerja. You check your social media, everywhere there's vacancy. Bukan yang tak ada vacancy, but do you fit in the industry? Does the people want you? Are you good enough? That is the thing you kena tanya yourself. You have to ask yourself. It's not that tak ada kerja tau. Do you fit in the industry? Because industry has a high expectation. Things are changing very fast. Think like, you rasa ke sebelum pandemik ni kita akan duduk dekat StreamYard, dekat Facebook, akan cakap macam ni, like, no one thought the world will change like that. We all have adapted, to the Zoom, Google Meet. Dulu semua kita macam blur-blur kan, tak tahu kan semua benda tu. Now it's already in our daily life. So things are changing very rapidly, and technology is evolving very fast. So kita yang kena fit ourselves kepada tu. Okay? That is a very important point, okay, that y'all must think about, okay? Y'all have to keep an open mind and think. It's not that you cannot say, okay lah, dah dapat I always see students complaining. You will say, macam, tahu tak, I didn't list out, I dekan, I forfeit, tapi tak dapat kerja. Apalah orang ni? No, it's not like that. Because when you go to work, remember, they don't need your CGPA, but they need your skills. They all need to know how you can contribute to the company. Apa you boleh untuk, sebab mereka bayar you, gaji you. So they need you to contribute something. Okay? Usually, when people go to interview, what in the interview they will ask? Usually they will ask, how can you be an asset for this company? You tell, okay? Tell to yourself, why are you asset for this company? Kenapa kamu merupakan asset untuk company ni? So, you must not answer, you must say, because I have all these skills. So, I can contribute, I can do this, do that, okay? So, that is how, you have to bring yourself, with full of confidence. If you want to be confident and bring yourself out, you need your own skill set according to your industry and your specialization, okay? Like all my skill set, I customize according to my field and also my job, my market, okay? Tak semestinya I ada semua skill ni, you pun pergi belajar skill tak perlu. You customize according to your industry, okay? And you must see what is the demand in your industry. Apa mereka nak? So you try to fit in there, okay? So that you will be in demand. Okay, Fatihah, next slide. Okay, so becoming the graduate is actually the beginning. Okay, so here I have few tips for you. What you can think. First thing what you should do is you have to study your marketplace demand. Okay, like let's say your industry is psychology or business or finance. Okay, you say what is the market? Where do these graduates work? Where are the opportunities? Then you study the demand. You mesti tanya macam mana lah nak tahu semua benda ni. Go and Google. Go and meet people who are in the industry. Okay, you kena start cakap dari sekarang tau. You have to be confident. Okay, you kena pergi tanya orang. You have to. Okay, kalau you duduk diam, you fikir-fikir pun, nothing will happen. So you have to initiate. You have to take the first step and go and talk to people. Okay, so you must go and ask people, like, okay, what are the demands in this industry? What are the emerging new fields? Okay, apa yang boleh buat dekat industri ni? So, all these things, like, you have to start studying from now. Jangan tunggu-tunggu sampai graduate. So, sebab sekarang, kamu pun dekat rumah kan, like, study from home, just go and Google. Okay, let's say like for banking. Okay, because if you see like bank, they already have sustainable finance. All these are new emerging fields. Okay, sekarang dah tak ada lagi asing-asing tau, like finance, economy, like that. People are already start combining fields. Okay, that is already becoming multidisciplinary field. So you see, if you plan your career, your life will be very interesting, really good. Okay, your life won't be boring because there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of things out there. It is up to you how are you going to turn around the thing. Okay, so everything is up to you. Okay, next is you have the skills required in your industry. Okay, for me, you saw all my skill set, right? I analyzed, I did my own research. I think, okay, what they need so that I'll be always in demand. So people will be like, okay, we need her here. Because if I don't improve my skill set, people won't need me. Because graduates are keep coming in. Okay, dulu bukan semua orang yang belajar. But now, everyone easily have a degree. Semua orang pun graduate, okay? Dulu memang jarang sangat kita tengok graduate. Tapi in our generation, everyone is a graduate. Senang-senang semua orang ada. So how you want to be outstanding? What is extra special from you? Sekarang semua orang dah dapat, boleh dapat 4 flat. Now what people in industry, what bosses say? When you say I'm a 4 flat, but they'll be like, what can I do with that? I need your skills. This is an industry. Okay? So another thing is choose. Think, you want to go to the industry, you want to be the corporate or you want to be in the academic. Start planning from now. Academic pada academic. Atau kamu nak pergi ke industri, masuk corporate companies macam tu. So that is another thing you have to decide. Okay, so this are the few tips lah I bagi kepada kamu. So which you all can start thinking from now. I hope this is a bit eye-opening for you all. Okay, next slide, Fatihah. Fatihah, we can go to the next slide. Okay, so as I said, how to learn about the industry. So now you mesti tanya I kan, you cakap learn, kita dekat universiti macam mana kita nak pergi learn. Okay, the first thing is network. Okay, go and network with people. Network from now. Like for me, bila I dekat UMS dulu, bila I student, I dah start networking. You know what I will do? I tengok mana-mana ada exhibition, mana-mana ada seminar. I pergi join. I faham ke tak faham ke. There's a lot of free things going on. I pergi, I akan cakap, I will go and talk to the people, I will get their name kan. From there you start, kan mula tahu, you akan kenal orang-orang dekat industri you. Actually sekarang, now it's a bit more easier for you because a lot of seminars, workshop that's going on online, which is free. You boleh masuk, you can still get to know people, make friends. Okay? Tak semestinya tau. Because I'm sure you all mesti ingat kan, alah, I student je macam mana. Okay, nothing. You just go and introduce yourself. Tak perlu, you don't have to have a PhD to go and talk to people. How do you make friends in college? That's the same thing. Okay? For that, that's why you kena baca banyak. Okay? Nowadays, this generation people, you all don't want to read. Right? Susah sangat nak baca. Reading tu dah macam boring. No, you have to read. You know why? You have to know what is going on. So, that will give you the substance to go and talk to people. Sebab you pergi sana, you tak boleh pergi cakap tentang movie, semua tu tak boleh kan. So, you have to know what is happening currently, what is happening in your industry. So yang ini akan, this will be a topic for you to start a conversation with them. And you will also have confidence. Just read anything. You see, like Petri Dish, we have our online science newspaper. There's a lot of information over there. Okay, you can. I'm sure, like for business people, there's the Business Age, and also there's a lot more online things. So read all that. Okay, that is how we must make use of our internet. Okay, technology. So read all that and gain the information from there. Just read. Make it a habit. At least start from one. Every day one article, anything. Okay, that is how you should, build yourself. Because bila you start baca tu, automatic one, your general knowledge will improve. Another thing, your writing skill will improve. Your language will improve because you will learn a lot of new words. Macam ni tau benda. Because you must remember, all the successful people that we have now, bukan mereka tiba-tiba jadi success. I'm telling you, benda-benda ni bukan saya pergi cari sana. There's also my seniors who taught me this. Successful people in the industry, they guided me, they asked me to do this. I buat benda-benda ni memang it's good and it's really effective. Okay? So when you join you will get to know your industry player. You akan tahu siapa orang-orang penting dekat industri ni. So macam tu, that is how when you go there, when you meet the people, so you will know the companies, that is in your industry. Sebab sekarang, I'm sure you all be thinking, apalah, saya belajar biotech tapi tak ada company pun dekat Malaysia ni. Apalah, saya tak tahu nak pergi cari company kat mana. So if you want to know all that, you have to go for exhibition seminars because the CEO, all the big companies, all will be there. That is how you must know your industry player. So dulu tau, bila pergi seminar semua, kita boleh apply intern kat sini. Apply kerja kat sini. That is how I take their name cards. I can simpan. So I can apply later on. So for this, actually, LinkedIn is very helpful. Okay, if you think, there's no much exhibition or seminar in your place, sebab bukan semua orang dari bandar juga kan. Okay, susah nak pergi seminar, workshop semua. Build your LinkedIn account. Kita ni semua, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Okay, of course it's good also, but you see LinkedIn is also very important for your professional career. Okay, bila you ada LinkedIn tu, you can make your network, you get to know your companies. Please, students, open your LinkedIn account and start today. From there, you will get more insight. Kalau saya, sampai sekarang tau, kalau I tengok LinkedIn, apa-apa I tengok macam company baru, apa company ni buat? I will go and immediately Google the company and I will learn about them. Okay, so that is how you can know your industry player. So I hope, this tips is helpful for you to learn about your industry. Okay. Next slide, Fatiha. Okay, my education journey. So as I told you all, my degree in biotech in UMS, actually I've already also completed my master's in development studies UM. Last year I graduate, I sambil kerja tu, I sambil belajar. Okay, so you must be biotech and development studies. Okay, development studies fall under the economics faculty and biotech falls under science. Kenapa, apa kaitan dua benda ni lain? Sebab I'm sure you all semua sekarang you orang fikir kalau degree in psychology, master in psychology. Degree in biotech, master in biotech. You orang sudah cakapkan sekarang, I'm sure among student kamu semua sekarang, among your friends you cakap, lepas ni I sambung master lah, I nak sambung PhD lah. Okay, so that is how people are now thinking now, right? Mesti you semua dalam friends kalau cakap macam ni kan, actually tak semestinya macam tu. Some people ingat, students dulu kita selalu ingatkan macam, okay lah sekarang I dah complete degree in industri kimia, master pun I kena buat kimia. Actually bukan macam tu sekarang dah. Sekarang the opportunities are open. Okay, so you must be thinking, kenapa I pilih development studies? Apa tu development studies? Kenapa I tak buat masters biotech? Okay, how did I find my calling for development studies? Kenapa I tak belajar biotech lepas tu? Okay, form kerja dalam lab. Okay, when you come to your career, think about your career must fit your personality. Okay, are you an introvert, extrovert? Okay, analyze your strength and your weakness. Yang ni benda-benda ni simple je. You ambil satu kertas, lepas ni you boleh duduk, you write. What is my strength? What is my weakness? Apa personality I? Apa yang I suka buat macam tu. Untuk I tak suka kerja dalam lab. Sebab bukan dalam I ni macam I'm a very outgoing person. I like to network with people. I like to talk with people. I dekat biotech masa I undergrad dulu tu, I dah boleh rasa macam I dah tak suka sangat lab lah. Lepas tu I ingat, okay, what else I can do in this field? Okay, sebab mesti semua orang ingat biotech tu research, scientist semua tu, apa lagi boleh buat? Actually, there's a lot more opportunities. Okay, so I took a different branch. It's like I was more interested in policy making, science policy. Okay, I'm sure there's policy for every field. In our country also, there's a lot of policy. Okay, I was more interested in that. So that is why I took development studies. Development studies is like more in how we want to develop urban area, rural area, how we want to make things more sustainable. So can you see the connection now between biotech and development studies? So that is how I live. You have to know how to connect the dots. Okay, so this is how I connected the dot, and this is how I am building my career right now. Okay, so I am not, so you think, so now I can work in also work in an economics field. Okay, and I can combine this both. Okay, so it gives me more power, more demand in the industry. So picture over here. Okay. Next slide, Fatiha. Okay, first step, before you start developing your career, you have to do a career exploration. Orang mesti sekarang dah fikirkan, lah banyak benda ni, career development, career exploration. Yes, there's actually a lot more things. Sekarang pun I pick sikit-sikit je untuk kamu. If you go and Google up, you will see a lot more things. Okay, you see for me, what happened for me was, lepas dah habis biotech, I'm sure I tak nak kerja lab, tapi I tak tahu nak kerja dekat apa lain lagi. Sebab industri I ni juga bukan banyak, it's not very advanced in Malaysia lah. Okay. So what I first did is, lepas I graduate, I just start working in admin side. Okay, I pergi try admin and management, boleh tak I kerja kat admin and management, I was okay. It was a bit more better than lab, tapi I rasa macam boring juga sebab admin tu setiap hari buat benda sama lain, the same environment. I tak nak same environment. I need something challenging. Okay, then from admin, I moved to sales and marketing. I worked in sales and marketing for around 2.5 years. Yes, I learned a lot. Sales and marketing was so helpful to build my personality. Okay, but it was a good job. Sales and marketing was not my career, it was my job. Okay, after 2 years, I was like, okay, what is my next step? I cannot be doing this every day. Okay, then only I jumped to project management, to my project manager. So from there, I start building my career now. So this is how I explore the industry. Because in early stage, sekarang kamu ni, you all boleh actually explore banyak tau sebab we don't have much commitment. I'm sure some of you have commitments. Memang tahulah ada apa family semua tu kan. But still bukan you ada anak macam tu semua kan. So you all still can take the risk and go out, explore, go out from your comfort zone and try out new things. Okay. So this is what I did. So finally I landed in something what I liked and I enjoy and I'm passionate about it. So that is how you should do career exploration. So I hope this gives you some insight. Macam mana kita nak start? Where is the... Okay? Jangan sangat choosy lah lepas graduate tu, if you ask me. Jangan macam, okay, there's no one will come and give you a manager job, 5,000 salary immediately when you keluar university. Memang the struggle is there during the early stage of your career. That is the reality, you have to accept it. Okay? So that is how you must start building yourself from that point. Okay? Another tip is, during your internship, during your university, semua orang buat intern kan? But there's one intern compulsory you kena for you to do to pass to grad kan? You tahu tak apa I buat? I did intern twice. One I did my compulsory intern, another one I did my warden. Masa sem break tu, I pergi buat intern kat company lain. Okay? So this will actually benda-benda ni you boleh masuk dalam resume and this will actually add value to your career. Okay? So jangan, okay, for me like, sekarang kamu semua student, I'm sure you all nak apa, bila dah sem break, semua orang nak relax, happy macam tu kan. Relax, pergi intern sendiri pun tak salah. Okay? That will be really helpful bila you cari kerja. Sebab orang tu akan, bila dia tengok you punya resume, dia akan tahu you ni, okay, this person knows about the industry. Dia ni ada experience. Okay? Try that. Okay? Try. Next slide, Fatihah. Okay. Passion is difference between having a job or having career. Okay, so that difference between having a job or having a career. So I am very passionate. Lagi I nak apa? I want to learn more skills. Okay, sebab mesti dalam another 1 or 2 years more skills will be emerging. Dengan pandemic ni lagi lah cepat. So all that I want to learn is how you have to keep yourself high-spirited and, keep learning. Okay, learning is a continuous process and it never ends. Okay, I just want you all to remember that. Okay, no one will come and, okay, the reality is, ada orang actually akan datang tolong kamu. You tak boleh tunggu-tunggu, okay, benda tu jatuh dari langit. Okay, nothing will happen like that. You have to go and find and, you have to help yourself. Okay, that is the reality of the world. Okay, when you start helping yourself, people will come and help you. Okay, you tak boleh tunggu untuk apa satu kerja manager, kerja apa executive dengan kerja tinggi tiba-tiba jatuh dari langit. Tak boleh. Okay, you have to start helping yourself. Okay, Fatihah, next slide. So sekarang I pun, okay, now you must be thinking, okay, I pun dari UMS kan. So now I want to share with you all what I did during my life, okay. Okay, for me, my life in UMS is very special for me, okay. If UMS is the one made the person who am I today, okay. I'm like, very grateful for my life in UMS, okay. For me, when I was in UMS, of course, I go to classes, I do everything, but I bukan jenis yang duduk belajar je, okay. I start exploring, I pergi tengok, I explore banyak benda bila I kat UMS tu, okay. Apa yang I explore? You want to know what I did, okay. Sebab I UMS, janganlah terus pergi kelas, Lepas tu buat assignment, pergi exam, habis. Jangan, please. It's a very golden period of your life. Make sure you really enjoy it, okay? That it will be really helpful for your future. Okay, next slide, Fatihah. Okay, so I went back down to my memory lane and I've compiled some pictures for y'all during my university time. Okay, so I was the president for the Indian Society dekat UMS pada tahun tu lah, I think 2015 to it was helpful for me. Masa tu kan, to be honest, ramai orang tanya, kenapa lah you nak pergi bazir masa, bawa semua lepas tu you pergi buat bazir masa kat cerita. You know why? Because from there, I start building my leadership skill. Okay? Kalau benda-benda ni I tak buat, memang susah untuk jadi sekarang as a project manager. That is how I start building really. I think people from engineering faculty will know him. Okay, so that is how I start building my leadership skill. Okay, so jangan experience from this, and you akan jadi lebih patient. You will become lagi semangat. Okay, sebab kerja dekat luar ni bukan senang. Kau bukan you pergi sana semua orang, oh kamu datang, kau okay, good, bukan macam tu. Things will really get tough. You have to be a tough person and you have to fight. Okay. So that is how my university life helped me. So bila jadi presiden ni, buat banyak aktiviti, kita organize aktiviti. Ramai orang tanya, apa yang you dapat ni buat program-program ni? You pergi bazir masa lah, you tak belajar lah, apalah. No, it's not like that. Because you know why? Sekarang I kerja, sekarang I kena organize event juga. Company, I ada buat seminar, ada buat workshop. So, I kena tahu macam mana nak organize event. So, it is another skill over there. Event planning, event organization. How you want to organize an event? Apa you kena buat? Okay, what are the planning? Okay, that is another skill that I have from my university life. Okay, so go out from your comfort zone. Jangan macam ragu-ragu, boleh ke tak boleh ke, jangan. If you get the opportunity, grab it. Buat, try. Okay, that is a very, very important thing. Okay, so I'm not, jangan, I don't want everyone to salah faham. Benda ni, you have to know how to balance. Belajar tu pun, you have to, be successful in your career, your education, but you also have to balance your skills. You need both. Okay, dua-dua pun penting. So that is where it comes with your time management. Macam mana you nak manage your time? Mesti semua orang, I'm sure dekat universiti, bila suruh join aktiviti, dia orang cakap, tak ada masa lah, I ada assignment lah, I nak study lah, I tak call college kediaman kan, dekat dulu kita kampung E, kampung EB, nak join lah aktiviti dekat kampung ni, I tak ada masa lah, tak boleh, jangan, please join. Okay, that is how you build your confidence. Benda-benda tu akan, for sure it will help you all during your working life, okay? Whatever activity university have to join. Join Toastmaster Club, it will help you all to, debate, it will help you all to improve your communication skill. So that's why I ask you all to analyze your weakness. Okay? So bila you dah tahu strength and your weakness, you akan tahu which one to focus. Work on your strength. Weakness pun improve. Okay, let's say you feel, I ni tak pandai cakap lagi lah. Apa yang nak buat? Okay, go and join any club which you can speak, debate. I'm sure dekat UMS ada club untuk debate semua kan, and join. That is how you have to improve your. Macam, I tak pandai, I tak bagus, you cannot be sitting there like that. You have to start from some point. Okay? Next slide, Fatiha. So this is during my graduation photo. Okay, so this thing. So this one is in 2015. I presented in a second regional conference. Okay, Fatiha, the last slide. Yes, okay. This one I presented in the second regional conference on sustainable campus sustainability. Okay, so you see, I am not only focusing on the programs, but I also go and present in, this is related to my course, to my biotech. Okay, this one I also do international networking. So that is how you have to know how to balance both. Okay, so I hope my sharing today has given you some idea and tips. I hope it's helpful. If there's any questions, you all can ask me.
Okay, all right. So sorry, Sarani, I'm having a very bad internet connection here, so I received a bit late
Oh, it's okay.
of your audio. Yeah, so hopefully viewers are okay with that. So yeah, I open the session for Q&A.
Okay.
Q&A. Any question, you can just drop your question or your opinion in the comment section, and I will shoot the your question to the screen. Okay, so in the meantime, Sarani, I have some questions to be asked.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, I would like to have your opinion on what actually makes a future-proof graduate. Yeah, from your sharing tadi, kita tengok your experience, your networking, but in your point of view, what actually makes a future-proof graduate?
Okay. For me, a future, a perfect graduate is you have to know how to adapt to changes. You have to be versatile. Versatility is something that I personally, I swear upon that, a graduate must be versatile. You must know to do a lot of things. Okay, you must have a lot of skills. Okay, apa pun you must be on the go. Okay, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Bukan macam fikir-fikir, I tak tahu lah, I tak pandai lah. Cannot be like that. Okay, you must be ready for any challenges. You must be on the go. So that's why you have to have a set of skills. Okay, that is in my opinion lah for a graduate.
And also make it different various kind of skills so that you will
yes so that you will be shining, you will be outstanding.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so second question will be is it important for those who are looking for job or career, choosing a job that suits their interest? Sebab banyak situasi kita tengok graduates ni agak memilih when it comes that the career or the job is not suit their interest ataupun not suit their degree. So any advice?
Okay, yes. As I think I spoke about it just now. In my case also it happened. I suka kerja dekat lab. So that's why I cakap you all have to go and research your industry. Sebab memang sekarang ni ada banyak emerging field sudah. As Fatiha, you in the psychology field, I'm sure you also know. Kalau dalam psychology pun ada banyak branches. Sekarang masalahnya students kita ni sangat limited knowledge. They are not exploring much. When they go and explore, they will get more and more opportunities. Sebab opportunities tu bukan sikit, memang ada banyak. Okay, it's up to the student how they are going to explore it. Okay, but as I said, during the early stage of your career, don't be so choosy. Because that is not the end, that is just the beginning. You boleh buat apa-apa kerja pun. Bila I start career, I start dari admin. Sebab I wanted to explore. Okay, doesn't mean kalau you dah start kerja admin, habis lah you punya life up. You can always, move out. You can go to the next. Okay? So So that is my advice for the students. Don't be like apa takut-takut. You know, dare to take risk. Sekarang ni kita boleh ambil risk. Okay, you can try. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Fatihah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I just want someone to verify my opinion also.
Okay.
Alright, any questions from the viewers? Ada soalan, jangan malu-malu. By the way, Sarani, saya banyak kali cakap dengan bakal graduates ataupun alumni kita setiap kali join event, seminar, sebab ini era pandemik, era online kan, so ambil kesempatan setiap kali open for Q&A session ataupun asking for your opinion, you just take the chance sebab
yes.
Dia punya moment is not same with us lah. Dulu kita boleh jumpa, shake hand, tukar business card, tapi sekarang they have to give extra effort during the online event.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm challenging the viewers to
actually benda tu, you know, that can actually be a miracle, you know, because we never know. Bila kita online, kita tanya apa-apa ke, maybe people will, you know, recognize and identify us. Maybe they offer us to do something or anything, so we never know the opportunities will come from where.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. If there is no question from the viewers, I will close this session. So before that, I would like to share to all the viewers our social media links. You can scan the QR code in front of you. From this link, you can get to know our various social media links, our website, our Telegram, our Instagram, our YouTube channel. So you can get connect with PKPKP. So yes. Anything? Yeah, before I end the session, don't forget to fill in the feedback form. It is very important for us. So yeah, in conclusion, remember students and graduates to create ataupun start networking as soon as possible. Create your LinkedIn account, join many events as you can, and yes, as said by our speaker just now, know your industry player, get connected, jangan malu-malu, belajar pelbagai jenis skills dan juga knowledge. So yeah, saya jemput Sarani for final words from you.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just trying to say good luck for all the students. You know, I'm very sure you all are very potential. Sebab tu dah ke up to university level. So I'm very sure you all, you know, if you all build your skills and everything, you all can be even more successful. Not only in our country, up to international level. Think of how you want to go to the international level, okay? How to get internationally recognized, you know? Start dreaming big. Jangan macam, okay, dapat kerja ni, dah dapat kerja, gaji, okay, happy. No. You have to start dreaming big. Okay, that is my advice to all students. So, all the best to everyone.
Okay. With that, we come to the end of the session. Once again, thank you very much, Sarani, for your time being here with us today. I pray for your success in your career. Hope to see you in our future collaboration. Thank you, Sarani. See you again. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank you, Dr. Tara, Daphne, Nur Shahira. Thank you very much. All right, see you. Bye.
See you. Bye.